Hi, welcome back. Now we all know that Flatzoid FE comes up with some weird, wonderful and quite wacky ideas at times, but a recent video he's just done actually raises an interesting question. So I suggest Flatzoid FE, you get on with it and
roll VT.
Good idea, because it is often an accusation that's levelled at flat earthers that they belong to a cult. It is true that the word cult historically pertained to religious cults. Typical examples could be Moonies or the very sad Jonestown massacre. That's the danger of religious cults. But cult does have a wider meaning. In modern English, a cult is a social group that is defined by its unusual religious, spiritual or philosophical beliefs or its common interest in a particular personality, object or goal. An older sense of the word cult involves a set of religious devotional practices. While the literal and original sense of the word remains in use in the English language, a derived sense of excessive devotion arose in the 19th century. So the fact that Flat Earth does not absolutely require a religious belief does not rule it out from possibly being a cult. So here you're showing a number of points that are indicators of a cult, although this is based on the religious definition of the word cult. But let's see where we get with this. So opposing critical thinking, you just claim that sounds like the globe and that you and flat earthers are all for critical thinking. That means that you're saying that all scientists are against critical thinking. Scientists come up with hypotheses, then test those hypotheses and eventually make them into theories. That absolutely is critical thinking. Do you really think it's critical thinking if you're shown a photograph of Neil Armstrong on the moon and just claim that's fake, that's CGI, NASA lies? That's not critical thinking. When asked for evidence supporting a flat earth, what flat earthers tend to do is just try and knock holes in the globe. There are one or two notable exceptions to this where flat earthers have genuinely attempted experiments. But then what happens? Think of Bob Nadell and his 15 degrees per hour drift. What did he then claim? Oh, it must be heavenly energies. And Jeranism with his boards with a torch shining through. What did he say? Interesting. That is not critical thinking. Really, Flatzoid? Well, first of all, you better show us some globe earthers that have turned to flat earth. However, look at these comments. To begin with, this guy was not a real flat earth person in the first place. This guy is a straight up paid shill and was never a flat earther, just playing the part of pretending to be a flat earther for a couple of months. This joker was never a flat earther, certainly a shill. No one goes full flat then back again unless... These were all comments aimed at seek truth, speak truth, when he finally saw the truth. Oh yeah, he has been shunned and penalised and insulted. The globe doesn't have any special doctrines and doesn't violate any natural laws. Of course, if you can evidence that it does, you'll be up for a Nobel Prize. As for scripture and religion, that doesn't come into globe earth at all, although it does for a great number of flat earthers come into their flat earth belief. The Bible categorically does not state the earth is flat or the earth is not a globe. Those that claim it does are outside of scripture. Well, I'll happily give you this one, Flatzoid. There is no inappropriate loyalty to your leaders because I agree, you have no leaders. The main reason for that is that you can't even agree on the model of the flat earth, dome or no dome, ice wall or no ice wall. Again, I'll give you this one, Flatsoid. I don't think that becoming a flat earther necessarily dishonours the family unit. And I'll agree with that one too. Well, I agree that believing in flat earth doesn't necessarily separate you from the church, although I think you'll find that many people in church don't hold flat earth beliefs. The globe, or the heliocentric model, is not against the Bible. It's not for it either. It's just evidenced. It's the shape and the movement of the earth.
No more, no less.
Why do you have to bring religion into something that can be scientifically measured? That's all you need to do. Show us evidence of the earth being flat. Show us a flat earth map. Show us how you can use celestial navigation on a flat earth. If you can evidence it, you will convert people to accepting that as the way things are.
Only you can't.
So do you think the globe is a cult with some shadowy conspiracy behind it?
I don't know about that, Mr. Sensible, but I do like fluffy little kittens.
No, nor do I. So, do I think that flat earth and flat earthism is a cult? Probably not, but it does exhibit quite a number of indicators of cult-like behaviour, including repeating silly mantras such as, "You're going to need half of that," or Oakley with his comments like, "Outer space is fake. You can't have gas pressure without a container. If the sky was a vacuum, the gas we breathe would fill the space. You can only get elevation angle from a flat plane. Meanwhile, you no longer have a physical geometric sphere edge tangent point for horizon as required for a geometric globe Earth model." Flatsoid, I think I will reluctantly agree that flat earthism does not strictly fulfil the criteria for being a cult, but it does have those tendencies and indicators. It is a group that sticks its collective fingers in its collective ears and denies evidence, denies science. There's no two ways about that. It's a group that tends towards conspiracy theories. There was a lot of QAnon, there's anti-vax and so on. People like Seek Truth, Speak Truth and Ranty Flat Earth have been vilified by the Flat Earth community when they stepped away, when they actually weighed up evidence and looked at it critically. The hubris of someone like Brian's Logic admitting that he doesn't even know what the square root of a number means, thinking that he understands celestial navigation and that everyone that actually uses it is wrong, is mind-blowing. That is Dunning-Kruger, which unfortunately the vast majority of flat earthers have an abundance of. Likewise with idiots like Sleeping Warrior thinking that they can debunk Einstein. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The globe and heliocentric models are absolutely consistent. All the explanations for everything, from sunsets to eclipses, all work together perfectly. With flat Earth, not so. There is no explanation for many things, simple things like sunsets and eclipses. You guys can't even agree on how these things work. You guys don't have a map for something as simple as a flat, plain Earth. Let me know in the comments below if you think that flat Earth is a cult or not. Flatsoid Effie, wake up and smell the coffee.
Shut up and sit down.